Shout out to the 0 people watching. Shout out to the 0 people here. Shout out. Let's go over the rules real quick. Nobody here. But all of a sudden, they pop up. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. Shout out and rock on. Yeah, good vibes only. We're going to shave. Good vibes in the chat. We're here for the good vibes. We're here to feel good. We're here to stay positive. Woo! Yeah, and be crazy. Because you only live once, then you die. So let's have fun. Energy, baby. We got money butter in the house. Holy crap. All the stars are here. We got 2 people here, but all the stars are here. By the way, I listened to Rabbi Shmuley. That guy's a complete moron. He makes no sense. His arguments are just, yo, what's up, Krypton? Guy makes no sense. I know what he's trying. He's trying to, I saw the one where he was going against Candace, and he's trying to bring up history where maybe she doesn't know about something that happened in history. It's like, you know, there's people that will argue like that, like, oh, I'm not really knowledgeable. But the guy owned himself. Rabbi Shmuley is an idiot, but I love it. Oh my God. You like Rabbi Shmuley? He's crazy, man. The guy is a certified loony bin. And for somebody to bring up talking points of defending Israel, he completely is. He's not the person. He's not the person, you know. But it was interesting. And I like how he goes to Pierce Morgan. You're a fine English gentleman. Like, we know some fine gentlemen, some fine English gentlemen like Mr. Smelly, you know, trying to make him. It's like, answer the questions, Smoothie. And I'm not a big Candace Owens supporter or whatever, but he was talking about, she was talking about nationalism, and I agree with nationalism, but the correct word is sovereignty, right? I have to work this brush in. It doesn't give me the best lather, but the correct word is sovereignty. Like, Poland is a sovereign nation, you know. It's sort of like nationalism, but some people will say isolationism. Hi, how are you? Sorry for the bad English. That's okay, man. Mr. Stringer, yo, what's up, Mr. Stringer? How's everything, man? How's life? It's Friday night, and you're here with me and Money Butter. Yeah, it's a shame. This brush has to be worked in. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it's sort of like I'm wasting your time because I'm not getting a good lather. And just in case you're wondering, if you want to see me use a double-edged razor, this won't be the video. I'm applying Moon Soaps, a tobacco fragrance, very good tobacco fragrance, and I'm using a boar hair brush, DS Cosmetics. But it has to be worked in. So it's, what's up, Neil? Long time. How you doing, house man? How's everything, man? I'm just kind of trying to stay consistent, Houseman. Uh, yeah, the videos are kind of boring, but the truth is, the chat makes the video because I read all the comments and it keeps me entertained while I'm shaving. And I put some rules in there, you know. Just it's just like because some people like are really like it's beyond trolling. It's like hateful. I've had some. I had somebody that looks up to Joseph Goebbels in like one of my last videos. It's like, dude, I don't need you here. If you want to look up to Joseph Goebbels, look up to him somewhere else. You know. But the Rabbi Shmuley, I watched the whole thing, Kevin, and he just he just is like a big mouth. He just doesn't know when to shut up, and he's owning himself. It was like his arguments were so weak, but he's kind of a bully. He is kind of a bully. And Candace Owens just showed, she has class. She just sat there, and it's like he owned himself. What's this blood libel? His arguments were so weak, man. I was like, oh my God. You're not a good representative for the Jewish people, that's for sure. Sorry, controversial opinion. The world needs bullies. Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. I agree with that statement. Because in a politically correct world, everything will be upside down. In a politically, like, I was talking to somebody about the school shooting, right? And I blame the parent as well. Whatever, I blame the kid. It's a shame what happened, but the school system is very soft on kids, man. There aren't any consequences. Like the kids run the schools. And I know that may sound weird and it sounds almost crazy, but it's true. The kids run the schools. Everybody's afraid of the kids because people are like proponents of kids. And, we love kids and you should protect kids, but it's gotten so far to the other side where it's like these kids are doing whatever they want and they have all the power. And parents don't have the power, teachers don't have the power. Only people that have the power are the kids. And when I was a kid, I remember walking by the attendance office and there was this big principal. I say big black, but he was big black. But he had a big paddle on the wall, and you walk by and you'd hear the toughest kid in the school, ow, screaming, right? 3 strokes, boom, boom, boom. And I guess some principals or whoever took advantage of it, and so now it's no longer an option. Hold on a second. Let me read your comment. Hold on. I gotta read your comment, Houseman. So Bullies are probably some time of evolutionary feature for use to assert dominance and figure out who the alpha males were. Yeah. So the kids are the alpha males now. Back in my days, the kids were kids and they worked. All kids worked. Mostly every kid I knew had a job. At 13, somebody like I worked in the bowling alley, cleaning up the bowling alley. I worked the snack bar at 14. Delivered newspapers at 10. I'd have the double baskets and deliver newspapers. So kids don't have consequences. They did away with school suspensions. Like when I was teaching, if a kid had a fight, the kid would get suspended for 10 days. And guess what? When they were home, the parents said, I don't want to see you get suspended again. They come back like little angels. They come back like little angels. But now they go to the counselor and they come back with like a water bottle or whatever. Like, here's a water bottle. Cool off. And the bullies in the classroom continue to be bullies because they have all the power. So now they're talking about, banning guns. That's a slippery slope. They say, oh, you shouldn't have weapons of war. Civilians can't carry weapons of war. Splitting wood wasn't a chore. That was a need. Yeah. I grew up on Montana. I worked on ranches. I worked on the actual Dutton Ranch. My dad, when he came home, chores, homework, and anything else better had to be done. Yeah. And child labor laws, it's just like, shit. Man, we worked. We all worked. It was like common. If you were 13, go get a job. Now kids are, oh, they're just kids. They're just kids. Shit. You know what they do in the school system? The kids throw chairs. They attack teachers. So, like this whole thing with not giving kids consequences is out of control. I understand protect kids, this and that, but it's gone to the extreme where kids can get away with anything, bro. Shaving on livestream tells us to get a job. I'm just saying. I'm not saying go get a job. Are you a kid? But like back in my days, if you were a kid, you needed to get a job, right? I mean, it was just a fact of life. Now shaving, even shaving isn't seen as masculine these days. But when I grew up, shaving was a necessary chore. Teachers are rude too. Yeah. Being honest is rude. Yeah, and I agree, like, Some teachers can be out of control, but you have to have some sort of order. You have to have some sort of order. And there's no order. The principals bully the teachers. The teachers feel helpless. They quit. Then the classrooms get overcrowded. And then you're a teacher with 30 kids. And a fight breaks out. The kids are screaming. You know, and they hurt each other. They go to the counselor's office, and 10 minutes later, they're back in the classroom. Oh, they're going to be good now. Come on, man. Back in the days, they would get 10-day suspension. You know, the parents would be called. It was a whole big process. Women shave now, too. Yeah. So let me throw on some nice tobacco fragrance. Zaharoff! You can get this at zaharoff.com. It's a very good tobacco fragrance. It smells like that. When you go to those cigar shops, that special room, right? There's a special room that you go into to check out the really nice cigars. You go in there, it smells like that. And it smells sort of fresh too. I like it. Robes is calling out people tomorrow at 7 in the morning. I mean, Robes is, I understand he's very competitive, and I kind of believe, like, okay, let me be honest here. He bought the fragrances for his channel, right? He bought the fragrances for his channel. Someone flipped the desk in the class, cut my son's arm. No one called me at all. Some kid throwing a tantrum. At the end of the day, it starts at home. Parents need to be parents. Too many friends. Yeah. But, and I agree. The law should be to protect the parents as well and let the parents discipline the kids. You didn't, my mom never hit me or anything like that, but we knew better back then, Like it was in the school too, where if we acted up, we were going to get suspended. But that's a shame, man. That's a shame, Stephanie. Unfortunately, in America, there are too many parents that shouldn't be parents. Yeah, but then they're parents, and then they have to start being parents. But sometimes they just don't. And use a rubber. Because everything is sort of sexualized these days, There's over sexualization in the world, and in my days, that was never discussed, Sexualization was private. It belonged in the bedroom, and nobody ever discussed it. It was never a thing. And then it became a thing. What website do you buy your colorful shirts from? Amazon.com. Amazon.com. Amazon. Yeah, it's Amazon. This is called Ann Arbor. ANNARBOR. And yeah, Ann Arbor. You can get them on AnnArbor.com or Amazon.com. I like these shirts. I have nicer shirts. But I bought shirts because I'm going to start Ozempic. Here's a really nice shirt. Let me show you this one. And it's for when I start my Ozempic, because I'm planning on losing weight. Like, this is a really nice shirt right here. But Amazon has Hard Daddy, Hardaddy, HARDADDY. Those are really interesting shirts. Yeah, but they're $20. Like, this shirt may be a little more, but yeah. Drunk Transsexual, Vince Neil. Hell yeah. used to advertise a website with those types of shirts. What is it? Amazon, Amazon, Amazon. Drunk transsexual Vince Neil. I saw Motley Crue. It was fun. It was a great show. And Tommy Lee, he was on the drums, and he was like, they were turning him over while he was playing. It was a good show. It wasn't like Van Halen. It wasn't like Woman and Children First Tour, Diver Down Tour. It wasn't like vintage Van Halen. Those were the best shows. Feds investigated and interviewed the father. A man last about school threats. Then father buys him a gun. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Last year. You like drinking alcohol? No. I'm 60 years old. 60 years old and I don't have many wrinkles. I mean, once I lose weight, I'm going to look good. Nah, man. Alcohol is straight poison for your liver, man. Don't ever start drinking alcohol, man. Alcohol is horrible for you. My doctor said it's just pure poison. It's pure poison. Don't ever start. And it's a depressant. Alcohol is a depressant. Like, I like Whiskey Reaper's only 21. Motley Crue was the first show to do a spinning drummer. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like Judas Priest, with the LEDs, um, you know, but Van Halen was the best because of David Lee Roth. Everybody will say, "Oh, it was Eddie Van Halen." No, it was David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth was he. When they got rid of David Lee Roth and they went to Sammy Hagar, I didn't even care anymore. Drinking cigars makes you age. Yeah, Alex, how you doing? What is the thought of wisdom do you have for a 40-year-old man? Don't get any woman pregnant. You don't want to pay child support. David Lee Roth was the man. He's Jewish too. It's like nobody. Eddie Van Halen was. He wasn't David Lee Roth, man. I mean, Eddie Van Halen's a great guitarist, but you went to see David Lee Roth. He would do those. Here, I don't know if you can see. Hold on, I'll take my camera off for a second. Oops. Hey. Let me see. Look at that. Those jumps. That was David Lee Roth. Oops. David Lee Roth was the man. Van Halen, not Van Hagar. Yeah, I didn't really care for Sammy Hagar. I didn't like his voice. I can't drive 55. It was like the whole Cabo Wabo vibe and the California vibe. David Lee Roth was crazy. Like, he'd have a bottle of Jack Daniels, but you know what was in the Jack Daniels bottle? Iced tea. It was iced tea. He would drink the Jack Daniels, take your whiskey. Ba-da! You hear that song, Take Your Whiskey Home? Does Joey still do live streams? You've been away for 2 years? Yeah, Joey still does it. Why do you think Overwatch is the most toxic game online? I don't know. I like Overwatch. I play Overwatch every day. I get on my stationary bike and play Overwatch. Sometimes I make clips or whatever. But yeah, let's see, 25 minutes. Only 4 thumbs up. Yeah, Joey still streams. Eric used to be a main part of those streams. But it got to the point where people were wishing him death, and it got really mean. And it's just like, oh, it's just what do you call it? It became too mean. And so Eric, he doesn't come in the streams anymore. Eric 1946, I don't know if you know him. He's like, I don't need this. You know, Eric is a good dude, yeah. But it's just like, for because Eric was defending me with facts, and it was just like whoever defended me got attacked, and Eric didn't need that negativity and that hostility, and he just said, you know what, this isn't for me anymore. And it was just like, oh, I'm the new guy, I'm the best, everybody's watching me because, but it got too negative. Eric left, and it's a shame because Eric's been here since 2020. He was a big part of the streams. There's a lot of people that were a part of these streams, like Rudy. Rudy used to come over here. It was just, but it was just like, you know, they created a story about me with, not reading everything, and then people started defending me, and then it was just like, come on, man. It's like who cares anymore? It was just a way. I think I lost 200 subs, and they were happy. They were like, oh, yeah, I did what I had to do. He lost 200 subs. Okay. What's the purpose, man? What's the purpose? None of this. Nobody's past has anything to do with making videos, and but they misrepresented my past. But still, it was like this. It was all about, I'm more important. Watch me. I need the attention. Don't watch that guy. Whiskey Reaper. Let me be honest with you. Danim did not buy subscribers, and you know that. He paid for one of the most beautiful models in the whole fragrance community, Zara, and she's absolutely beautiful and sweet, right? So, Conway Shitty's here. What's up? So Zara, I need some air. So people want to see. I was talking to Nima about this, and it's like, okay, she doesn't know all the notes, this and that. It doesn't matter. It's like people are going to buy a fragrance if a woman likes it. They don't have to know all the notes. They have to know, okay, is it for the summer? Is it for the winter? Is it very masculine? What's the age category? That's about it. That's Nima. Nima could discuss the notes. After the girls give their score, Nima could say, okay, this is this so and so and so, and it has pineapple and bergamot. No, I don't have a vet in the bathroom. Now I know you're voting Kamala. Good luck. Conway shitty. Trump would never. AM, your buddy Reaper is here. Oh man. Whatever happened to Mr. Smelly? I don't even know. I don't watch Mr. Smelly. It's just like it's just always a letdown. I mean, it's truly always a letdown. Big title, big promises, and then when the video starts, it's always the same old. Like, yeah, maybe we'll talk about it for 30 seconds. So I don't watch him anymore. Oh shit! AM time, the Whiskey Reaper up. Trump was fired 4 years ago, and we will never go back. Thanks for reminding me. I think people are going to see, and in my opinion, Kamala is going to win, and people are going to understand. I think the most wrong The worst thing she ever said was Elon Musk shouldn't be afforded the First Amendment right of freedom of speech. She said, like, oh, he has a responsibility and fact checking and, misinformation and all these buzzwords. No, that's not in the Constitution. It's all emotional jargon. You don't need responsibility in what you say. You know, you can't make harmful statements to somebody saying you want to hurt them. Um, and you can't. I mean, if you're gonna post or like half truths or misstate what's somebody did in the past, you're gonna face a lawsuit. Like, let's be honest. Like Trump. They said, "Oh, we can't have the hearing today or whatever the court case. We're gonna postpone it to after." The reason they did that, they're postponing it to keep it a talking point. Like, maybe he's guilty, maybe he's not guilty, but there's no evidence. You can't say somebody's guilty without any evidence. So there's no evidence that uh, Trump had some sort of affair with this woman. And she says she's been raped by 7 different men. Okay, so she's like, she thinks it's a joke. She thinks it's funny. There's women like this in the world, man. And until it happens to you, you won't understand. And it's a big joke to her. It's a big joke, and you're destroying somebody. But she's gonna eventually lose a lot of money because she's gonna get sued. That she made this whole story up. You can't just say something without any evidence. So eventually she's going to get sued, but it's going to be like 3 years down the road, but she's going to get sued. Right. And it's going to backfire on her. And by then, it's going to be, nobody's going to be thinking about it. But here's something else, AM and Whiskey Reaper. If Trump loses, what is the mainstream media going to be talking about for the next 4 years? It's like you go on CNN or MSNBC, and the only videos that get views are when they have Trump in the headline. If Trump isn't in the headline, nobody's going to watch them. People aren't going to watch CNN and MSNBC or whoever, maybe even Fox News. But it's going to be a dead. CNN is going to be completely dead if they don't have Trump to talk about. Because people are brainwashed into hating him. It's like a hobby for people to hate Trump. It's a hobby. It's like they want to believe he's this horrible man, but he was already the president for 4 years during a pandemic. And he did pretty good considering there was a pandemic. It's crazy. And here's another thing to think about. Joe Biden is the president right now. It's like the media would like you to forget that. They're not putting him. Dude, did you see? They put a Joe Biden behind this little mini desk. It's like shrinkflation, man. They want to show he's not the president, but he is the president. That dude jizz. They will get a new boogeyman, Baby Yoda. Trump was fired 4 years ago. Okay, yeah. Haha, true. That dude just Sticks. What's up, Sticks? Yeah, it's hot in here. Camel Toe Harris is the president. You, Danim, Baz, Cannoli, Joe. I don't want to say that guy's name, and I don't want to say the next name. Will never be anything. I never want to be anything. Seen you at the gay bar last week. How you been, my man? We had a good time playing Booty Bandit. Oh man, that's okay. You can say that. I love the gays, man. You know, if I were gay, I wouldn't be ashamed of it. But I'm not. You know. So Whiskey Reaper saying, dude. So here you are, Mr. Whiskey Reaper. You're a big shot. How does it feel to be a big shot? You spent hours upon hours live streaming out in that hot Miami heat, sweating your balls off. What does it mean? Okay, you have a lot of subs. I don't care. That's great. That's good for you, man. Congratulations. Congratulations on having all those subs. You know, it's great, man. It's great. And, you know, Danim, he like, you know, he wants to keep this up and keep growing. Maybe he could get some sponsorships, you know, because why else are you going to really put all that effort and spend? He spent money on those women. You know, they're models, they're professional models, they're Instagram models, I should say. I don't know about professional models, but the one girl, she looks like a professional model. Zara, Zahra. But like, why do you have to criticize Danim, man? Don't criticize Danim. That's my friend. He feels good about what he's doing. You have to lift him up instead of break him down, Whiskey Reaper. That's very toxic of you to, you know, you know, break him down like that. He's a good man. He's a friendly guy. He feels good about what he's doing, and I feel good about what he's doing. He's making the world a better place. Ah, stop telling Danim to buy subs. Rocket! Who's playing my. No, Zara. Okay, so Rocket. So Danim Fragrances he's surpassed me with subs, right? He's doing very well. And he has this one model who's absolutely and you know, I'm very critical of women because I've dated a lot of pretty women in the past, you know, and I just see the other fragrance reviewers that are women as just kind of like average at best, right? I'm 60 years old, so I can say that. I'm an old man now. But there, if you watch Danim Fragrances, he has like the other models, there's a couple other models. They're just they're just average. They're pretty. They're women. They have an opinion. One of them knows a lot about the notes of fragrances. But there's one woman. Her name is Zahra, Zahra, and she's absolutely a 10 out of 10. Face, body, personality, smile, sweetness. And if you haven't checked out Danim Fragrance, check out Danim Fragrances and give him a like. But yeah, so he's grown quite a lot, you know. But obviously they're models, so he has to pay for them. Like nothing, like unless it's your girlfriend or wife, this isn't freebies, you know. It's like they're not gonna say if I wanted a beautiful Instagram model and I had a lot of money, I'd be like, okay, I'd actually say I'd go and look for Instagram models on Miami and I'd pay a few of them and have them in the videos. But first of all, I'm not getting paid to do YouTube. But if I would do it just for the hell of it, just to, you know, boost my status or whatever, I don't really care though. But like, I would hire some Instagram models and have them come over and I'd be living in a mansion and we go outside by the pool and I'd say, hey, rate these fragrances and I would have a lot of subs. But you have to have money for that, and you have to have new fragrances for that. And I don't really care about having new fragrances because I have what I'm content. There's this thing in the fragrance community, like you have to get every new single new release. I don't really care. I'm happy with what I have. I wear fragrances for myself. I that's it. There's nothing else. I mean, that's just my philosophy. I like ranting and talking politics and talking about shaving, and I mean, it is what it is. I got the people I want here. Today's a successful stream. I have Sticks here. I have AM here. Fernando, um, Rocket. So I'm happy. I'm content with that. I'm content. You gotta be content in life. If you're not content in life, you're gonna live a miserable life. Holy, you're 60 now? Looking good for your age. Never mind, too soon. He finds it very refreshing, rejuvenating, and relaxing. Oh boy. Neil doesn't do YouTube for money subs. He does to talk to his friends, wander around the park, and talks about the state of the world. Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much it. And I think it's cool to have some sort of social media presence, and also what's good is like I could be 70 years old and I can look back to these stupid videos I did 10 years ago and be like, oh my God, look at that. That was so crazy, man. I put all those tin signs in my bathroom, and it's like it's life, man. It's like you're recording history, because you're not going to always be the same 10 years from now. So it's about recording history. It's about the friends you had. And I hope I have these friends in 10 years, but you never know, and you never know. Like Sticks could move to Miami one day and we're hanging out and he's giving me tips on working out. I have a friend before his channel was really growing. He said if he ever got to 100,000 subs, he would quit his job. If the Danim guy does well, perhaps this could be a full-time gig. Yeah. What is with that shirt, bro? I like it. It's called peacocking. Jeremy needs to be dethroned. We need someone else in Fragcom that makes videos the same old way Jeremy did with the hot German chicks. Dude, Danim, dude, Zara is up there with Lana. Lana might be a little higher. Like Lana was my favorite. But Zara, go check her out. Beautiful, beautiful. Fragrance content gets old quick. There's only so much you could talk about fragrance. Exactly. It's true. He also streams hoping Money Burner will show up, but he has been pretty MIA as of late. History is when you were in the other room. That's funny. Danim is the worst YouTuber in Frag Crump, other than Boz. Come on, man. That's not nice. Reaper will not save you little guys. Dude, you're not a savior. You're not Elon Musk. You're not Donald Trump. If I moved anywhere, it would be West Virginia. Oh, yeah. That's nice. I like to move. And I may move in 2 years. I like to move to West Virginia. West Virginia is beautiful, man. It was mainly very democratic, very Democrat back in like the 2000s. I think they've become a little more conservative because most of them are anti-war. They're just common, simple people who care about their neighbors. That's it. Well, if you move in 2 years, that'd be awesome. If I was wealthy, I would get strippers to review fragrances. That's like Chris the CEO. How come Reaper hates everyone now? What did I miss? I don't know. Joey is 50 pounds away from breaking his toilet. Say it, Neil. You said it once before. Hey, I'm going to lose weight. You need to lose weight too, man. I'm not above criticism when it comes to my weight, but I'm going to start Ozempic soon. And I'm going to lose weight. You're going to see a skinny Neil. Reaper, stop picking on people, man. Especially Danim. Maybe the thing is, everybody gets into YouTube for something different. I made like 2 videos, and that was it. I never really wanted to make any more videos. I wanted to practice my green screen skills, this and that. And I think it was Kevin's original account who kept saying, "When are you going to make another video, man? When are you going to make another video?" And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't really care. I made like a video on a Bay Rum and Calvin Klein obsession. That was it. I had 2 videos. And I did one with some homeless fragrance reviewer on all the Antonio Banderas. And that was it. But believe it or not, back then people were like, man, you need to make more content. You need to make more content. And so I made more content, and Ashton was a fan of mine. It was kind of crazy. Ashton, big, the second largest fragrance reviewer, he was a big fan of mine. He would let me know. And I actually met him and we hung out. He liked my kind of simple, no frills kind of reviews, with the green screen. He liked it for whatever reason. Because, before there was monetization, Ashton used to do those cheapies. He used to do a lot of cheapie reviews. And we hung out, man. And, and then, he says it's work. It's work. It really is. To put out a top 10 every day, to be in a good mood is work. And so you have to have sort of a positive attitude to do top 10s, and he's been doing a great job, man. Shout out to him. It really takes work to talk about fragrances every day of your life for 5-10 years, and I think Jeremy was doing it, but the fad wore off. It's like, okay, you know and I think I mentioned to Jeremy, when are you going to bring back some beautiful woman, man? That's what made your videos. That's what made you. It wasn't you that made you. It was your beautiful woman. Now, people are making spoof videos of him, because he's acting crazy, because he's doing crazy stuff. But we got to be honest. If you want to be successful in fragrance reviewing, you have to have a woman beside you, and an attractive woman, objectively speaking, objectively speaking. And it's the right formula for the fragrance community. And I have no doubt in my mind that if Danim keeps it up, he'll have 50,000 subs. He'll pass Mr. Smelly. He'll give Mr. Smelly the middle finger. Like, oh, you thought you were so cool, huh, Dan? Let me see. You have all the pretty girls on the thumbnail, but not in the video. And I have the beautiful woman in the video. So Danim is going to be very successful. Just wait and see. He's going to hit 50,000 subs. I said at one point Michelle was going to hit 100,000 subs by the end of a year. Right now she's at 300. I don't know, but mark my words. If Danim keeps this up, he will hit easily 50,000 subs by the end of the year. Okay, Whiskey Reaper? Yeah, she'll win. I've warmed up to Julian. I've warmed up to Julian too, and he backstabbed me. Wow, a lot of comments. Let's see. It was Jeremy's beautiful woman and their sexual tension on camera. Yeah, it was. I've warmed up to Julian. Neil, what did you tell Jeremy when he asked what fragrance you were wearing? I said I wasn't wearing a fragrance, but I was wearing Bond Jones Beach. I was wearing Bond's Jones Beach, but I didn't want to like talk about the fragrances. I just wanted him to do the Cuddles crew. Do you think he is correct, Rocket? Do you think she will win? I think she will win. I don't think it's going to be legitimate unless they there's a save act, save now act or something like that where you have to show voter ID and illegals can't vote. That needs to be passed. I have no respect for Julian. He's basically an NPC. He'll say anything he thinks other people will agree with. The guy isn't an independent thinker. He also backstabbed Neil. Thank you. Where did Ash and me have dinner? Ash and me had dinner at it was with George, Ashton, and me. We did a live stream on Ashton's channel, and I was like the moderator. And then we went out to a Greek restaurant. George took us out, and for lunch it was just Ashton and me. We went to an Italian restaurant. You know, and you know he's a very simple, quiet guy. He's a very simple, quiet guy, and like you would never think he's the same person on camera. I'm the same person like on my live streams that I am in real life. But I think in order to be big, you have to sort of have a YouTube personality. I don't have a YouTube personality, but I think you have to have some sort of YouTube personality where you know you could really focus for 20 minutes talking about fragrances. The thing is, you're really, even though you see a 20-minute video, he's probably filming for an hour because he's going to mess up and he's probably editing out all his mistakes. Because in real life, you do make mistakes. In real life, you do make mistakes. We're not perfect. So it's hard to criticize somebody because they said polo green, polo blue. It's like, who cares? Oh, God. And, oh, shit. Oh, my God. It's getting a little hot in here. Oh, shit. Yeah. BFL was my favorite. I met BFL. And he said to me, "Oh, is that you? Like the same girl like I'm talking to now?" I said, "Yeah, that's me." And he was nice. He was like really into Memo Paris. And I was like, "I don't like any of these, Carlos." And like it was cool. We were hanging out like a half an hour just smelling all the Memo Parises. And I was like, "I don't like any of these Memo Parises." I think now they have one called Winter Garden or Winter something. I think that one's pretty good, but I'm just not a fan of that house, But he kept like, let's check out some other stuff. No, 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 no. We're gonna check out some more Memo Paris. I was like, dude, what's the deal with Memo Paris and you? Yeah, that's what happens when you drink, man. Zaharov, Zaharov, to back. Good fragrance, man. Sticks, yeah, for two reasons. The Democrats cheat with ballot harvesting in big cities and the propaganda surrounding Trump ending abortion. 64% of Americans are pro-choice. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think that should be an issue, but like, it's definitely an issue for the states. The government doesn't. Oh yeah, but now they're saying like these people are Russian assets, dude. It's like you have to understand NATO. What was it like meeting Chad? I'm not going to even go there. because it was weird. You know, we were just, I don't know, man. I don't even want to go there. The guy doesn't like me. And it's like he just really put me down. Like he was trying to, because I collected a bunch of, I got 20 niche samples and he didn't like that. He didn't like that. I'm like, dude, I don't have money to spend on every new release, Chad. I'm doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for any other reason, you know? And it was just sort of like, how many bottles do you have? And I'm like, dude, what does that matter? So, in other words, you're buying bottles for your channel. It's like, are you buying bottles for your channel or are you buying bottles for yourself? And it boiled down to that. I'm not buying bottles for a channel that I'm not going to. Yeah, okay, I would buy the bottles for a channel if I knew I was going to get the money back. But I'm not going to buy bottles for the channel because I know I'm not going to get the money back. It's just I'm going to buy a bottle because I enjoy it, or I'm going to get a sample of a fragrance I really love so I could smell it and I could enjoy the vibe. But I'm not going to, I think it's gotten like where people are just buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. It's like, dude, you got to prepare. What if your air conditioner breaks? I mean, what if like your toilet breaks? Like I know how to fix my toilet, but not everybody knows how to fix their toilet, and not everybody wants to fix their toilet. You have to replace the well, that's a cheap thing. Um, the wax ring, it's like $5, but like you have to have money for things like your car breaks down. It's like you have to have money for a rainy day, and spending your money. I just bought a battery for my car, $215. You have to have money for a rainy day. It's called being responsible. You know, buying bottles of cologne is not responsibility. I'm sorry, especially because because you're going to wear it 3 or 4 times. You have so many bottles. What? I like wearing the fragrances I like wearing, and I wear them over and over. You know, and I feel like this vibe. I feel like that vibe, and that's it. That's it. There's nothing more to it. Don't compare me to that disgusting drunk. Oh shit. Oh God. I wouldn't mess with sticks. So what happened to Rudy? I don't know. Pork chops. BFL had good-looking women on his stream. Not that I'm interested. Yes. What is the conspiracy with Rudy? I think he just didn't want to be part of the whole drama or anything like that. He 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 just wanted to be left alone like most people, and that was it. He just wanted to be left alone. And when he saw that everything became sort of personal, I think he's like, I'm out of here. I don't need this. I think a lot of people thought that. A lot of people felt that way. It's like, okay, now we're attacking people's characters and their past, and it's like it's a little too much now. Did he? No, he never went for Heather Green. Come on, Heather Green. No, it was just kind of funny. It was a kind of funny joke. Chad, Chad, isn't he the decant guy? No, Chad, A Gentleman's Journey. Rocket, are you familiar with the far right Toronto based? Okay, she made videos. I want her to be my wife. Whiskey Reaper, you're just writing messages and retracting them. That's crazy. But yeah, like a lot of people just were like, it's getting too deep, man. It's like it's not about fragrances anymore. It's about people's past. Um, it became personal, you know, and it became some sort of moral supremacy thing. Like, come on, A- and it was all fake anyway. Nothing. The stories. I don't even feel like getting into the story, but it was very far from what they're saying. It was very far from what they're saying. But the thing is, people didn't want to be part of that, and you know that's it. So you let a couple you let a couple guys ruin the whole fragrance community because okay, they're gonna get views. You let them on your stream, and that's it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make money out of this too. You know, and it's easy. It's easy money, man. It's easy money. And it was just it's like hurtful, man. It was hurtful. It wasn't about fragrances anymore. It's a competition to some people. And I'll be honest, I like robes, but it's a competition to him also. It's a competition because he puts a lot of effort into his videos and he was known as the fragrance guru. And now women have entered the whole fragrance YouTube realm, and he's not going to be able to compete. He may have the fragrance knowledge, and the OGs are going to hang out with robes. I watch robes once in a while, but it's you know this is just the fact of life. Guys are going to watch the pretty woman, and and he has the right to say, well, every new fragrance that they get, uh, is a 9 or a 10. Yeah, because they want to make money. It's easy money. So are they being dishonest? Well, they want money. It's like people have bills to pay in this economy, but you have to be able to decipher it yourself and know, okay, I know that person's a shill, so I'm not going to buy anything from them. I'm not going to, I'm not going to support them. That's it. But it was always a competition, and why does he need 800 bottles? It's a lot of money to waste, especially when you need that rainy day money. And I think he feels like he spent all his money. He went all in on this hobby, and he says I'm going to start a YouTube channel, and it's just not working out the way he thought it would. And he probably feels like I spent all this money. I enjoy the hobby, but I really wasn't responsible with my money, you know? And I'm not saying, okay, you can't do this with your money, but when real life hits, you need that money. And you're like, shit, I need a new battery for my car. But I bought the newest perfumes, the Marley, so I can make a video and make $2, because YouTube doesn't pay. So it's just keeping up with the YouTube Joneses. That's all it is. And there's a lot of regret there. There's a lot of regret. I think there's a lot of regret with a lot of people who bought a lot of bottles but aren't making it. There's a ton of regret. And that's why, then they start attacking people. Eternity is responsibility in a bottle. Whiskey Reaper keeps deleting his comments. Dude, retract it. or hiding technology that can be safely shared in the public. Lockheed is in possession of craft. Whiskey Reaper keeps retracting. Oh shit. Sticks it to HG. There are plans unfolding. Rudy and Heather wasn't a funny joke, real thing. No, I don't think that was real. What's up, Empty Sense? No, I don't think they had anything going. I don't think it was real. I don't think there were. I think there were texts, but Rudy was being nice. Yeah, that's all. Rudy's a nice guy. Robes is butthurt over Jeremy and others, and it's annoying having to watch him be salty. Yeah, he should just do his own thing. But he's seeing his thing isn't working out like he wanted to, so he's sort of getting into the drama. Because drama always works. Drama always gets views. Drama always gets views. I did some video a long time ago. And it was a true story. And I got 2,500 views in like 24 hours. And it was about Alexandria fragrances. And I was telling my story about Hawaii volcano intense and how it was so horrible, this and that. And you know, that was like my first clone juice, I guess. And it got 2,500 views, you know, and that's when I met a lot of people in the like Joy Amin commented, Eugene, a lot of people, like these people, like I didn't even know, I don't even think they knew I existed. But when I said that, and then I deleted what happened is Honey Hafez said, pick a new fragrance and see if you like something else. And I just said, okay, let me take this other video down. It was all true. Yeah, but it got views because it was sort of like drama against Alexandria fragrances. Because at that time, everybody was saying Alexandria fragrances are the best. They do have a good latent clone. They truly do have a good latent clone. Their latent clone is actually excellent. But so I saw right away that if I do something on drama, but it was real, I didn't intend it to be on drama, but it was drama. And a lot of people just started commenting robes and Joy Amin, a lot of people. Because I think they were tired of these clone reviewers, Yeah, Robes is doing a video tomorrow morning calling out the shills. They have bills to pay. What happened to traditional jobs? Yeah, but when I was teaching, I was making $200 a day. Am I going to work a hard day with those kids, which is a tough day, man, with those kids, and buy a $200 fragrance? No. No one asked them to buy all those bottles. Exactly. And that's kind of like when Manny came on, and it goes back to Manny. I don't dislike Manny, but I thought he thought this whole thing would be a sort of a career or maybe a side hustle. And I'm like, dude, you're wasting a lot of money on fragrances. You have 1,000 bottles, but it became irresponsibility at a certain point. And when he didn't get the numbers he wanted, he probably was like, calling other people who are prettier women and hate them. Everyone knows you need 1,000 bottles to be a reviewer. Being a reviewer would suck. Endless consuming, buying bottles, getting sent bottles nonstop. At a certain point, it will be overwhelming and feel gross. Yeah, it does. But I didn't really, get into it. Kevin admitted to being a super show if he had a chance. I think Cuddles would feel like a shill. Look at TLTG. He has no room for all the shit he buys. He's going to be buried in shoe boxes within a year. Your nose gets blown out too. Yeah. Before the invention of the wheel, everything was a drag. Hey, Neil and friends. True drama works. Yeah, true drama works. Indeed. He, Ronald. Jeremy is looking for a virgin and a Christian. Hook him up with Heather. Well, hi. Empty sense. I miss old Eugene. That virgin stuff doesn't work. Odds stacked against you. AM. What is the difference between new and old Eugene? Weed consumption. AM. Joey finally got his own place. Rocket. Old Eugene was very masculine. New Eugene is, hey, I can't say that. But yeah, I sort of, no comment. Old Eugene used to go into the department stores, take caps off. I didn't like that. I didn't like that, though. That was the part of Eugene I didn't like. Reaper, I sent you money and showed you support. This guy, the guy that invented the umbrella was going to call it Brella, but he hesitated. Quit being a effing douche, dude. You're not TLTG to me, but you're turning into it. Damn. Old Eugene used to smack talk and play into the drama. Now, new Eugene is a fraud. He acts like he's enlightened like Buddha. Conway Shitty. I wonder what it's like to own 1,000 bottles of cheapies. Like you wasted a lot of money. Empty says, have to limit those cheapies. Can't sell them. Yeah. Jacob, I would totally review like BP Wool. Exactly. He's got the right formula. He's not spending the money. He's getting free samples and he's enjoying himself. P. Rowe, I decided to sell my vacuum cleaner. It was just gathering dust. Empty says, P. Rowe, serious? Do you do stand up testing material? AM 86 seconds. LOL. All right, it's hot in here. Thank you very much. Oh, someone just clicked the like button. 10 thumbs up. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Have a good evening. And enjoy your weekend.